Hey guys, Cody with Badass Workbench. Today I want to talk to you about our 3-bay workbench. It's one of our most popular models, if not the most popular one that we sell. It is 8 foot long, and this model here with a backsplash is 32 inches deep. It has pegboard, upper cabinets, LED lights. It's got some accessories on the back. It's got keyed locks, casters, and a receiver tube for a vise or a receiver plate. That's what's on here. The nice thing about this bench here is it comes standards with a 3/8 thick plate steel top. So it's unfinished. You can weld on it, you can hammer on it. You don't have to worry about scratching any paint or anything like that. It's pretty much ready to go. So not only is it a toolbox with drawers, but it also is a workbench. So 3-bay is 3 bays of drawers. Those are fully customizable. So like the far left bay has 1, 3, 2 6s, and a 9. The middle bay has 4 6-inch drawers, and then we have a power drawer here, which was made for storing power tools, chargers, and stored batteries. So all of our drawers pivot out on a 1-inch cold rolled steel shaft. There's a grease fitting on every drawer. You'll literally overfill the drawer before you overload it. So we put a weight capacity of 400 pounds per drawer on there. But with that 1-inch cold rolled steel shaft, it's virtually impossible to break that hinge. So the bench is going to come over on top of you before the drawer fails. And that's why we say you'll overfill it before you overload it. There's no, you could fill it with gold bars or lead plates and it's still going to open and close perfectly fine. There's no wearable parts with our system. So with that grease fitting on there, it's steel on steel, and it'll provide a lifetime of service. There's no bearings or slides to wear out, sag, bind, fail. Dirt, dust cannot get in there. Again, it's got a grease fitting on it, so if it ever gets to the point where it needs a little shot of grease, 1 or 2 pumps, and then you're back to operating like normal. So all of our benches, the base, except for the top, is all powder coated, and we do that in-house. The beauty of that is, we have a wide variety of colors that you can pick from, and you can kind of build your workbench exactly how you want it. So the frames that we have are all welded, and 4x4 square tubing for the legs, that's 11 gauge, and then a combination of 11 and 14 gauge for the rest of the tubing that makes up the frame itself. They're all welded with a 3/8 threaded plate on the bottom of them, which has a leg leveler in there with a 3-inch base. So what that allows you to do is, like this bench here, it is on wheels, but it allows you to set it in place. And if the floor is not perfectly flat, because we all know that a concrete floor is never perfect, we're able to level this bench up and make it sturdy so we can work on it. This bench also has fork channels that you can pick up the bench from either side with a forklift. The benefit of that is, weight distribution throughout the bench. So depending on what you have in each bay, you may have nuts and bolts in the far left bay, and you may have power tools that are a lot lighter in the far right bay. So when you go to pick that up with a forklift like normal, you'd try to pick it up in the center, and then it would be uneven and unstable and unsafe when you moved it. That's the beauty of the fork channels. The other nice part about the fork channels is we can add casters to them. So that way you've got a bench that you can wheel around the shop, you can move to clean, you can pick it up with a forklift, and you can make it stationary so you can work on it. This model here has keyed locks. That is an option as well. All of our standard pre-configured models are going to have kind of keyed locks, casters, the 3/8 plate steel top. That's all going to be standard. So, but if you want to customize your own bench, you can pick and choose those options as you see fit. So the pegboard on this model, it comes in boxes, and you put it together when it gets on site for shipping purposes. But everything bolts together to the back. Again, all that's powder coated. The model that has upper hutch cabinets, which are all 14 gauge steel, they're really heavy duty. Those have a taller bracket. So if you order the model without the upper cabinets, it would have a shorter bracket that would basically be even with the top of that backsplash. But this is a nice feature because you don't have to put it on your wall. We used to do trade shows, well, we still do trade shows, all the time, and we don't have a wall to hang cabinets on. So we had to figure out a way that was durable enough to support that heavy cabinet that we sell. And it works out really good for us. And I'd say probably, 8 out of 10 benches that we sell, we end up putting the taller brackets on, and they just bolt the cabinets to the bench. So if you decide you want to move it to another place in your shop, or if you move, you can take the whole thing with you and you don't have to worry about breaking anything down. So it's strong enough that we can actually, when we go to trade shows, we will actually pre-assemble all of this and we will haul it on the trailer just like you see it. So it's built to last. It's not going to fall apart. I think that it'd be hard to find another manufacturer that you could assemble a complete bench and haul it down the road, and when you got to where you were going, it hadn't fallen apart. So that's just a testament to how we build things here at Badass Workbench. All of our upper hutch cabinets have a slam latch, which is nice, so you don't have any keyed handles or anything that comes loose or comes apart. They're really well built. They do have slots in the back. Like I said, if you want to hang them to the wall instead of mount them to the bench, there's slots across the back, evenly spaced. You're going to be able to hit some studs in your wall, so that gives you a lot of variables to play with. So again, this is a 3-bay, 8-foot long, 32 inches deep. It's about 38.5 inches high with the casters. It's got the receiver tube, and you can find this and a lot more models on our website.